I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land here where it's cold, grey, and the full moon has made me feel awful. How is everybody feeling? I do have to say that, I mean, the full moon obviously makes everything bigger. Everything is like, you know, in the full light. But Capricorn rules bones, joints, ligaments, our skeletal system. Calcium is quite triggered in, or not triggered, but calcium's quite large in this thing. That makes no sense, but you know what I'm trying to say. But I woke up this morning at the full moon at 6:30. Oh my God, I had the worst headache. I'm like, I don't even know how I got it. My joints, my body is like aching. Yeah, so I'm not feeling. I think this full moon has like oohed me badly. All right, I can see that I've got people, but I've got a comment, so it might be working. If you're here, please say hi. All right, so we have actually gone past the full moon. It was 2 hours ago. Good morning, Louise. How are you? Yeah, you know what? I saw it through the clouds, so I didn't see it in full. Oh, good morning, Julie. Yeah, you were feeling awful as well? Okay, yeah, I was like, I did not want to get up. Good morning, Christy. Yeah, there we go. Look, everyone really struggling. Good morning, Susan. Hello, Ash. Oh, big mama, I love you so much. Hello, Heather. How are you? Oh, it's so nice to see everyone here. So yeah, if you just jumped on, I woke up at the full moon feeling awful. Hello, Simone. How are you? I hope your gig went well last night. I did take I've drank a liter of water. I've done my liter before I get on. But yeah, so anyway, such is life. If you're feeling like shit, it could just be the full moon. All right, like I said, my joints are like, oh, world of pain. Okay, let's get into the day. No more whining. All right, so now yesterday we remember that Saturn was a judgmental git. Good morning, Sam. How are you? So today we have, all right, so at 9 a.m., so in half an hour, we have the moon and the sun, because they're in an opposition. They are both sextiling and trining, all right? Because with the nodes, one's a sextile, one's a trine, all right? When planets touch them, because of anyway. So there are opportunities, all right? So with this nodal opportunity to make real change. All right, so I'm just going to read the words. So this full moon has us checking our building permits and reviewing the bricks that you have been resecuring. Remember, because it's Saturn, and even though he's in Aries. Good morning, Mikkel. Um, Even though Saturn is in Aries now, he's stationed retrograde, and he is going to be going back into Pisces and asking us if we learned all those foundational lessons. It gives us an opportunity to reinforce, all right? Because you remember I was using that analogy that we don't have to replace every single brick in our foundation. We just have to look at the ones that no longer serve us, okay? So this is like Saturn being a building inspector. Tasmanian Ease hemp oil. Oh, okay, I like that. I actually had some, sorry to side shoot here. I actually bought some natural pain relief, and it's like turmeric and pepper, and I got it from a health food shop a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, I'll take that, because I was like, I'll go grab a Panadol, and then I went, actually no, I don't need to go and have that. So much gentler on the stomach. Seems to be working. The headache's gone. So it does sound very sexy, doesn't it? Sextiling. All right, back to what I was doing. All right, so have a look around and ask yourself if you are feeling safe and secure like a home should be. Right now, the universe has its hands on its hips and asking you if you're climbing the right mountain, cleaning out the right cupboards. So take a few minutes to just check in. You are the boss. Natasha, hello, how are you? All right, you are the boss. See, look, Natasha jumps off. She's the original boss lady here. All right, so you are the boss. Act like it and do what is required. All right. So now, there. What we also have this morning. All right. So it's a very fleeting aspect. Goes through till about 10, 11. It is on the separating side right now, but I still think it's a great opportunity with the full moon. It's called a mystic rectangle, and if you can think of an envelope, all right, so it's two trines, two sextiles, and then two oppositions, all right. So this offers us, so the mystic rectangle offers us awareness around the tension, all right. So remember, we're being all judgy, everything's highlighted because of the moon. Good morning, Emma, how are you? And so with the sextiles and trines, which are positive influences, this offers us the ease and opportunity to do the problem solving. And so I love the mystic rectangle because it's like an envelope. So this awareness and the ease and opportunity, the answer is inside. You just got to open the envelope, get the answer out. But it takes us taking a minute to observe. All right. So, this is last couple of days and even into tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's a little bit different, but it's that awareness. It's the paying attention. It's the, reviewing what you've already done, even though, Saturn goes retrograde Sunday. Now, we love Saturn, all right, because we are people that do work, all right. All right, it's telling me that my internet's shit, so if it is, sorry. All right, so there's that. Now, okay, so fuck, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so scattered this morning. All right, so we have that mystic rectangle offering you the opportunity to have a look around and to observe and change what's needed, because that 9 o'clock where we have the moon sextile north node, sun trine north node, all right, both of these things are offering an easy option to make amendments. All right. Now, after one, all right, we've got a trine to Uranus starting. So here's another opportunity to make shifts and changes in our mindset, all right, and how we're viewing things, how we communicate. So if the observation that you're doing in the morning and looking for those answers, then if you find those answers, you can then, like I said, take the opportunity to move in a different direction, or learn the lesson, or put the pieces together, or however your aha moments, all right, because Uranus in Gemini, we're going to be using that a lot. Oh, aha, oh my god, sudden and unexpected realizations in our thoughts, changing our communication, it's fabulous, just fabulous. All right, now after 3, the moon does start its conjunction to Pluto, but that's okay because the conjunction's not until 9 a.m. tomorrow. But that doesn't mean that, again, if we're observing and shifting, then we're also transforming our future potential. Moon conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. All right, so this Capricorn moon that has policies and procedures and way to do things, and remember, we're also looking at tradition. All right, so the sun in Cancer. Hello, Sophie, how are you? So that sun in Cancer, that is all about our ancestry. All right, remember I was saying the other day, I love this statement, that tradition is just our ancestors bullying us from the other side. Like, they're dead. All right, you don't actually have to take ancestral conditioning and follow it. You can change your mindset, shift into new directions, review the foundations that are no longer serving you, and swap them out for ones that are more secure and stable. Hence the building inspector analogy. So, um, so how does that feel for everybody? Is everybody sort of looking around and going, well, that's not working? Again, judgment-free zone, all right? Life is all about learning new things and leveling up. This might not be lifetime to level up anymore, but that's still the premise of what I do. It's like giving you the ability to read the energy, or know that what you're going through is exactly where you're meant to be. You know, you should be doing these things at the moment. You should be, you know, judging in a non-critical manner, analyzing life and asking yourself, can I do better? You know, yeah, why do I do these things? Oh, because XYZ. I don't have to do that anymore. You know, especially like, you know, lots of us here are mothers and parents. Excuse me. And you know, all of the people I know don't want to do the same things that their own parents did. You know, unless you are, you know, one of the lucky ones that had a beautiful childhood that was free of you know, hard lessons, you know. But I mean, shit, such is life. You know, we're all trying to do better. All right. So another one that I wanted to just quickly talk about is, you know, this mini grand trine that we have with the Uranus, or it's also called a talent triangle, which is a cute name for it. So the Uranus, Neptune, Pluto number. All right. So this is us being asked to boldly innovate, Uranus, build inspired new frameworks, Saturn, Neptune, and transform our collective systems, Pluto in Aquarius. All right, so this is going to be going on for quite a while. Maybe not always as the talent triangle or the mini grand trine, but it's definitely transforming the collective. All right, so we are, you know, this shift, this wobble in time that we're having with, you know, all of the outer planets. By the time we get, like I said, 26, 27, things are starting to settle down. And you're like, fuck, I don't want it to be that long away. But such is life. It's not always going to be this bumpy. You know, it's just a little bit bumpy at the moment. That's it. So, oh, okay. I feel like a card. I feel like a card. Did everybody has anybody been having these big collective shifts experiences? You know, are you looking at your own family systems, Sun in Cancer, and you know, making a conscious effort to shift the narrative, or you know, do things in a deliberate different action because you no longer want to do it that way anymore. Like, this is, you know, it's really important to acknowledge and give yourself credit when you are making the effort to do these things, because it is hard. You know, it's, my God, I mean, most of us have got decades of, you know, doing something a certain way to, you know, counteract. Yeah, there we go. Absolutely. All right. 1, 2, 3. This one. Okay. Oh, okay. Beyond your fears, the weavers dance. Good morning, Sally. All right. So this is the Mexican Siamese fighting fish. Mexican and Siamese are not the same, but you know what I mean. And a leopard up here. So that's interesting. It is card number 30 for those people that like the numbers. All right. The negative effects of prolonged fearful thoughts. Oh, you can't make that shit up, can you? There we go. There's that ancestry. Moving out of the fight, flight, freeze, being courageous in spite of your fears. I love this. Beyond your fears, the dream weavers dance, weaving the beautiful patterns of your life into the great weaving of all life. Fear, although a worthy, self-protective emotion, engages your fight, flight, freeze response. This trauma response, which also includes submit and cry for help, is not meant to be sustained for any prolonged periods. Perhaps you've experienced something in your life that has you constantly on patrol. Your brain is in survival mode, always seeking potential threats, trying to keep you safe, but also cutting you off from your connection with spirit. It's hard to move past your fears if you've been conditioned to expect the worst, Your inquiry now is shining a light on the idea of false evidence appearing real. Take several, rather than something actually worthy of fear. All right, so take several deep breaths. Release the catastrophic in your mind. There is nothing to worry about. Allow what is to be what is. Now is the time to trust life, to trust yourself, and trust the universe. Release your fears to the divine and step forward. You might feel vulnerable, maybe a bit exposed, but somehow you will regain your confidence and sense of humor quickly. Now dust yourself off, stop ruminating, take a media break, and gaze into the field of potential that surrounds you. It's all about where your attention goes. And I freaking love that. It could not have been yet absolutely the most perfect card. So, you know, challenge that narrative. Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that you just can't make it up, can you, ladies? And if there's any gents. But yeah, so the full moon has passed. Excellent. Excellent. I'm loving this, ladies. I'm loving it. Yeah, so innovate, be inspired, build these new systems that are going to work better for your future. You know, take a minute to observe. I know that you have got kids and you've got responsibilities and you've got all the la 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 la, but you do have a minute, even if it's just sitting on the toilet, like even if it's just going and hiding somewhere. How many of you, I know I used to, go and hide somewhere and just have a cuppa, like just go and be like, I'm unavailable for a minute. Some of us are very strong at putting up boundaries when we are in need of time out. Natasha, I'm specifically thinking of you here right now. I'm just like, the boundary of my cup is empty and I need a minute to refill it. Otherwise, I'm just going to freak the fuck out at you. So just give me a minute. So I don't know. I don't know what. Anyway, that felt like it was relevant for you to just take that moment back. All right. If as a mother, no one gave you a contract that said you had to be available 24/7. All right, so I feel like this is specifically for someone. You do not have to be available 24/7 for your family. There are other people in your family that you can delegate roles to. So, oh. So that's pretty much me for today, guys. Like I said, I'm still just feeling a little bit off today, but some I don't know, maybe I'll have a little bit of yoga or something later. Move myself, go for a walk, who knows. Anyway, I am available today. Actually 9:30, my ladies. We've got our class chart and chats. So if you are interested in, coming to, a weekly, 2 classes weekly, where you can have your chart looked at, I'm also a coach and mentor, so, if you are going through something at the moment and you want support, we've got an amazing group of people that come and, hang out a couple of times a week. So yeah, that's something. If you're interested, you can DM me or go to Bridget's Astrology, and it's up in the weekly coaching group. So, oh, good, Simone. I'm happy to hear that. So yeah, I hope everyone has a fabulous day, and I will see you tomorrow. At this point, I'm actually going to do a weekend. So I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. So if you would like to join me tomorrow, maybe we can do some Zena cards, or maybe even a little bit of remote viewing. How good's that sound? Or not, it's not so much remote viewing, but like if I have a picture, previously we used to do this, be like, guess what's on the card? And then, everybody draws their little thing, and that's always fun. So yeah, I feel like doing something tomorrow. So come and join me tomorrow morning if you're up for it. So, mwah.